Friends, once again I welcome you to my YouTube channel Professor Iqbal Tajwale. In this episode of lecture, we are going to particularly discuss question tags. We have already made a video on question tags, and please go and catch that episode. If you have not caught that episode, please go and see that episode. Now, this will be the second lecture on question tags. After having received many requests from you, I have come up with an idea to explain the question tags in detail today. Now, first of all, we need to understand what is a question tag and how to use them in spoken English. First of all, we have to understand what is a question tag and how to use them in spoken English. Now, generally, question tags, they are short questions added onto the statements. Question tags are added onto the statements. Okay, these are the short questions which are added onto the statement for the listener's confirmation or agreement. Question tags are short questions that are added onto the statement for listener's confirmation or agreement. And there are certain rules to use question tags. Okay, usually we use question tag a lot in spoken English or in informal writing. Usually we use question tags a lot in spoken English or in informal writing. Okay, let us understand what are the rules for using question tags. The first rule says a positive statement takes a negative tag, and the second rule says that a negative statement should be followed by a positive tag, and the third rule says if the auxiliary verb is absent in the statement, then we have to use the forms of do according to its tense. According to its tense, it means the tense of the statement. Okay, it means the tense of the statement. And let us see them with some example. The first rule we will see with a couple of examples. The first rule says a positive statement should be followed by a negative tag. A positive statement should be followed by a negative tag. What does this mean? What does this mean? Let us take some example. If I say he is arriving today, if I say he is arriving today, so here he is arriving today, this is a positive statement. This is a positive statement. As the auxiliary verb is already available in the statement, then we have to use the same auxiliary verb in the question tag. He is arriving today. Isn't. So the statement is positive. Because of that, we have used negative tag. He is arriving today. Okay, statement is positive, tag will be negative. She is writing a letter. She is writing a letter. Isn't she? Isn't she? They are buying some mangoes. They are buying some mangoes, aren't they? He can go there. He can go there. Can't he? They were asking him many questions. They were asking him many questions, weren't they? So, have you seen all these examples? So, in these examples, you will come to know that a positive statement is followed by a negative tag. Now, let us go to the next rule. The next rule says, if the statement is negative, then we have to form a positive tag. Okay, she doesn't work hard. This is a negative statement, so we have to form a positive tag. Does she? She doesn't work hard, comma, and the statement will be followed by a positive tag. Here the statement is negative, so the tag will be positive. She doesn't work hard. Does she? Okay, he will not go there. Will he? He will not go there. This is a negative statement which will be followed by a positive tag. He will not go there. Will he? Will he? Let us take some more example. He will not get a job. He will not get a job. Will he? And then we can also say he has not written a letter. He has not written a letter. Has he? Okay, so has he will be the question tag. You can also say it was not expensive. It was not expensive. Was it? It was not expensive. Was it? Even you can say they did not go there. They did not go there. Did they? They did not go there. What will be the question tag? Did they? Did they? This is what happens in case of negative statement. And what will be the tag? Now let us go to the third rule. The third rule says if the auxiliary verb is absent. If the auxiliary verb is absent, what will be the tag? Okay, so if the auxiliary verb is absent, then according to the tense of the statement, we have to use the form of do. For example, if the statement is in the present tense, then we have to use either do or does. Generally, we use do when the subject is plural, and when do we use does? When it is singular. Okay, and that is only in the present tense. And in case of past tense, we use either it is a singular subject or plural subject, we use did. Okay, let us take first example. She writes a letter. If you see the statement, there is no auxiliary verb, but we can tell that this statement belongs to present tense. Okay, and the subject is singular. She writes a letter. So what will be the question tag here? Doesn't she? Positive statement taking negative tag when the auxiliary verb is absent. You live in Pune. You live in Pune. Don't you? You live in Pune. Don't you? The flowers smell aromatic. Here, don't they will be the tag. The flowers smell aromatic. Here, what will be the question tag? Don't they? The food smells aromatic. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? At the same time, you can say she gave her a book. She gave her a book. Didn't she? She gave her a book. What will be the question tag? Didn't she? Now this was the third rule about the question tag. Okay. Now let us go one step ahead and discuss what happens in case of indefinite pronouns. Let us discuss what happens in case of indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns, they don't refer to any particular person. They are indefinite because they don't give us a clear reference at what they are referring to. Because of this reason, we generally use they for these indefinite pronouns in question tag. So indefinite pronouns like everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, okay, they will be replaced by they. These pronouns will be replaced by they in a question tag. Everybody is happy, aren't they? Okay, then you can also say nobody was there. Nobody was there and weren't they? Nobody was there, weren't they? Somebody calls me. Somebody calls me. Aren't they? Aren't they? Let's take one more example. Anybody can dance. Can't they? Anybody can dance. Can't they? So this is what happens in case of indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are replaced by they in question tag. Now the fourth one, which is very important for us to understand, what happens in case of this and that. So similarly, this and that can be replaced by it in question tag. So we replace this and that by it in a question tag. For example, this is a good book. This is a good book, isn't it? This is a good book, isn't it? Will be a question tag. You can also say that is a new shirt. That is a new shirt, isn't it? That is a new shirt, isn't it? This is a good table. This is a good table, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, this was another rule. What happens in case of this and that. And the most important point we have to observe as far as question tags is concerned, that is what happens when some adverbs like hardly, seldom, barely, never appear in the statement. Okay, so when these adverbs appear in the statement, though the statement is positive in its form, it becomes negative. It becomes negative because of their presence, and hence we use what? Positive tag there. We use positive tag there. Let us take some examples so that you will get a clear picture of this itself. Now if I say he never goes there, he never goes there, so this is already a negative statement. So I will say he never goes there, does he? does he. He hardly takes off. He hardly takes off from his duty. He hardly takes off from his duty. So here he hardly takes off. So here what will be the tag? What will be the tag? He hardly takes off. Does he? Does he? This will be the question tag. So what happens? The presence of hardly, barely, seldom, never makes the statement, though it is positive or affirmative in the form, negative because of their presence, and always we have to use negative tag. We have to use negative tag. So far what we have discussed about the question tags, we will just revise in a minute. The first thing, we saw that question tags are nothing but these are the short questions. Those are added onto the statements for getting the confirmation of listener. Either it is a confirmation or agreement. Second, that we generally use question tags in informal writing or in spoken English. And which are the rules as far as question tags are concerned? The first rule says a positive statement should be followed by a negative tag. And the second statement says a negative statement should be followed by a positive tag. And the third statement says if the auxiliary verb is absent, then it should be followed by the correct form of the do according to the tense of that statement.